Now I will start with this one, and 1 over q d square q over d phi square is equal minus m square. Now you know how to solve this differential equation. It is a very simple second order differential equation, and the solution of this, you know that it is in terms of the Euler formula. A sin x plus b cos x, or you can write e to the power I x. So this is equal to q, and I will write an index m here, and this q is a function of phi, and the solution of this is equal to e power plus minus I n phi. This will be the solution of this equation. Here is a constant, and for the moment we are considering that constant equal to 1. Later on we will write the constant with the others. So we will merge it over there. So e to the power I m phi, just as you write e power, when this is equal to this, like 1 over something, 1 over y d square y by dx square is equal to minus k square, and you write the solution e to the power a e I kx plus b e power minus I kx. That can be combined in this form with plus minus I m phi. So this is the same solution as you have already written that one. Now we will say that what about m? What about m? We will have to write some comment regarding this m. We know this is constant, but I am writing in geometries where the full range of phi is 11, where the full range of phi is 11, then m must be an integer, and then m must be an integer. Why? Integer means 1, 2, 3, not 1.1, 1.2, 1.3, because here it will be cos x plus sin x, like cos mx, cos m phi plus sin m phi, and if this will not be an integer, then you will have different values of this one. But if it will be an integer, then you will have single value for this one. So phi is, you know that what is phi in spherical polar coordinates? Phi is, we define phi as the azimuthal angle. This is azimuthal angle, and you know it varies from 0 to 2 pi radians. Like on the sphere it goes like this, it goes in the xy plane like. Zenith angle is this one, which goes from the z axis to the minus z. It is ranging from 0 to pi by 2 first, the positive quadrant, and then from pi by 2 to pi. So the range of theta is from 0 to pi, while the range of phi, which is the azimuthal angle, is from 0 to 2 pi. 0 to 2 pi means it starts from 0 to 360 degrees. So there will be on all the degrees some values of potential. If the value of potential will be constant along the sphere, all this, right? Let me show it to you. That if you consider a sphere, now on this sphere, if you are having the potential, some value there, if you go around this sphere in a circle, means just around this sphere, On all this circle you will have the same value of potential, which we call single value of potential. When you change the zenith angle, you go a little bit up in the z-axis, it will be another circle. So the sphere is actually made of different circles, right? Around it you go, and the diameter of those circles is actually decreasing. On the very top you are having the circle of 0 radius. Then its radius increasing and you are making a circles and you make a sphere from it. So if each circle is having single value of potential, single value of Q, then it means on all this circle you will have the same value of Q. Means for a given zenith angle, all the phi will have the same value, which we call single value. To make Q single value, this m should be an integer, right? So now our equation which we have will become the next part of the equation, and this will be the next part of the equation, and we will have to solve this one. So our equation was that the next equation r squared and sine square of theta 1 over u and d square u over d r square plus sine of theta by t and d by d theta of sine theta dt over d theta, and this thing was equal to m square. The earlier was equal to minus m square, the phi, so this whole will be then equal to plus m square. And I can write this one is, if I move this m on this side and I divide by sine square theta, then I can write that dividing by sine of square theta, so we will have r square and 1 over u d square u over d r square plus what it will be. 1 sine theta will cancel with this and we will have 1 over p sine theta d by d theta and sine of theta dp over d theta, and this is minus m square by the one with which we have divided and equal to 0, right? So we are having this equation now, and if you look at this equation, you have now separated. This is all the r dependent term, okay? This is all the r dependent term, and this whole term is now theta dependent. But you will have to keep in mind that they are connected with m, and m is then connected with the phi as well. But for the moment we are taking this one as constant, so it's just a number. And now let we suppose that r square 1 over u and d square u by d r square, we suppose that this thing is equal to alpha square. Okay, this term is equal to alpha square, so I can write, then means I can reshuffle this equation and I can write that d square u by d r square is equal to alpha square by r square and u. means you move here. So alpha square by r square, and u will be multiplied with this. Now first we want to solve this equation. So how I will be able to solve this equation? Means I am taking the r dependent term. So the r dependent term, the equation became like this. And let's say I suppose the solution means I solve this with a power, you know about the power law or the power series law. Okay, the power series solution. So the power law or the power series law, let's say that u is equal to r to the power rho. So this is r, rho is any number, it is the power of it. So I suppose u equal to this one. Now what about du by dr? What about du by dr? Can I write it like u prime? Because as we are aware with this, so writing all these notation is difficult. So I am writing it as u prime, and it will be equal to rho r, rho minus 1. And what about u double prime? It will be rho into rho minus 1 into r rho minus 2. So this equation I can write that this is u double prime equals alpha square over r and u. So put these values, and this will come out to be, for d square u I will write this one, which is rho into rho minus 1 into r rho minus 2. This is equal to alpha square by r square. So alpha square by r square, and for u I can write r to the power rho. And now I can write this one is equal to alpha square, and this minus 2 will come up. So r to the power rho minus 2. Now here r to the power rho minus 2, and here r to the power rho minus 2. So these two are cancelling, and I am having that rho, that alpha square is equal to rho into rho minus 1. So I have just determined this one, and if I would have selected, what is alpha? Alpha is any constant, and I selected the square of that constant. Now if I would have selected this alpha is equal to, like, alpha square is just a number. If I would have selected this alpha square equal to L into L plus 1, do you have any objection? Where L is also a constant, where L is a constant, L is a constant, alpha square, this is now equal to L square plus L. L is a constant. So it is just, you can say, the number game, or just simplifying the situation. Then I can write that alpha square, that rho into rho minus 1 is equal to L into L plus 1. And then I can write that rho into rho minus 1 minus L into L plus 1 will be equal to 0. This is what? This is the solution of this equation, the r-dependent term equation solution, which is equal to this. Although we haven't solved the equation, what we are doing, we are simplifying the form of this equation. You will solve the equation when you will come to know what is the value of m. when you will come to know what is the value of n, then you will be able to solve the equation. So I hope till this point you have no objection, because we are actually not solving the equation, but we are changing it from one form into another form, and this will help us in solving this equation. So finally I can write that rho will be equal, I can write this one. What is rho? Because rho is our, you can say, the r to the power rho. R was our variable and rho was its power. So here u is my potential, and the solution of this equation will be u. I haven't solved the equation yet. What I did, I suppose this u equal to this one, and now the equation got the form in this.
So it is just a supposition.
It is a supposition. Means later on I will solve this one, but for the moment I am just changing its shape. So I can write that if I further solve this one, then rho square minus rho minus L into L plus 1 is equal to 0. And this is a quadratic equation in rho. So I can solve by the quadratic formula, and this will be equal, that rho is equal to half and 1 plus minus 2L plus 1. When you will use the quadratic formula, minus b